Hello everyone. In today's lecture, we are going to study the next point, which is risk, which is first point. Then after that, the point is threat, vulnerability. Next one, we start this point, which is risk. So risk is the potential for loss, damage, or destruction of an asset as a result of a threat exploiting a vulnerability. So risk is the intersection of assets, threats, and vulnerability. So risk is nothing but a function of threats and exploiting vulnerabilities to obtain damage or destroy assets. Okay, so this is the combination of three. That means risk. And these three components are, first one is asset, then second one is threats, and the third one is vulnerability. So first of all, we study what is mean by asset in yesterday's lecture. Okay. सो ॲसेट म्हणजे काय, आपण हे लास्ट लेक्चरला म्हणजे कालच्या लेक्चरमध्ये आपण हे बघितलेलं होतं. आफ्टर दॅट वी स्टडी थ्रेट्स अँड वल्नरॅबिलिटीज. ओके, सो व्हॉट आर दी थ्रेट्स अँड व्हॉट आर दी vulnerability. Okay, so there are different types of threats into the particular system or into the particular asset and vulnerability. So risk is nothing but the combination of threes. आपण नेक्स्ट पॉइंट मध्ये बघणार आहोत थ्रेट्स म्हणजे काय आणि vulnerabilities म्हणजे काय. So this risk is depends upon these three factors, and it is used to obtain damage or destroy the particular devices. Okay, so if there are no any vulnerabilities, then there are no any risk of that particular system. म्हणजे एखाद्या कम्प्युटर मध्ये कोणताही vulnerability नसेल किंवा वीक पॉइंट नसेल तर त्याच्यामध्ये हॅक होण्याचे चान्सेस लो आहेत. Okay, that means there have no any risk to lose the particular data from that particular system. Okay, so depends upon that risk the new concept is implemented, which is risk management. So information security risk management is the process of managing risk associated with the use of information technology. Okay, so it is risk management is used for the managing risk, and it involves identifying, assessing, and creating risk to the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of an organization's asset. So risk management, which is also called as information security risk management, and it is used for giving the security to the organization's assets, that means devices, to secure the data. And for that, it works just like identifying the particular risk, then assessing that particular risk, and creating that particular risk. That means solve that particular risk, and because of that, that data is secure. Okay, so there are three stages which are comes under risk management. In that, first one is risk identification, then second one is risk assessment, and third one is risk treatment. So in that, first one is risk identification. So risk identification is an act of identifying positive and negative risks that affect to a particular object, and that risks are related to the asset, threats, and vulnerabilities. Okay, first of all, the risks are identified from the particular system. ओके, आयडेंटिफाय केल्याशिवाय आपण ते ऍसेस करू शकत नाही, म्हणजे ते आपण त्याच्यामध्ये काही मॉडिफिकेशन करू शकत नाही किंवा ते आपण ओव्हरकम करू शकत नाही जोपर्यंत आपल्याला रिस्क हे आयडेंटिफाय होत नाही तोपर्यंत. सो दिस इज द फर्स्ट अँड मेन इम्पॉर्टंट स्टेप विच इज रिस्क आयडेंटिफिकेशन. Then second one is risk assessment. If the risks are identified, that means identified, then risks are assessed, and it is the process of combining the information you have gathered about asset, vulnerability, and controls to define a risk. And after that, the risks are assessed. There is some formula which is given. Risk is equal to threat into vulnerability into asset value minus security control. So by this format, risks are assessed. And the third one is risk treatment. Once a risk has been assessed and analyzed, an organization will need to select treatment options like remediation, mitigation, transference, acceptance, risk avoidance. Okay, so that depends upon that particular organization, which type of treatment they want. Suppose they want remediation, suppose they want mitigation, then that particular treatment are given to that particular risk. आणि हे ट्रीटमेंट रिस्क वरती अप्लाय केल्यानंतर त्याच्यामधले जे काही वल्नरॅबिलिटीज असतील, वीक पॉइंट्स असतील, तर ते त्या सिस्टीम मधून काय केले जातात, रिमूव्ह केले जातात. अँड दॅट्स the data or the particular information from that organization is going to save. Okay, so this is the one of point which is risk. Okay, so risk, and in that it contains the risk management concept and the stages of risk management, which include risk identification, risk assessment, and risk treatment. Then the next point is threat. So threat is nothing but which is used to take the advantage of vulnerability to breach security and negatively erase, alter, harm object or objects of interest. Or threats are used for the purpose, just like software attacks, theft like intellectual property, identity theft, theft of equipment or information, sabotage, and information exhaustion. So these are the some of the ways their threats are attacks. And there are some information security threats, just like insider threats, then virus and worms, botnets, phishing attacks, denial of service attacks. So these are some of the threats in the information technology world, or in information security. So threat means all of you know about viruses. Okay, so virus is one of the threat in the information security. Suppose you know about the phishing concept. So phishing is also a threat. Then there are different ways that threats are explored into the information security or information technological field. Okay, so threat can be anything that can take advantage of vulnerability to breach security and negatively erase, alter, harm object or object of interest. म्हणजेच काय, तर सिस्टीम मधून एखादा वीक पॉइंट कन्सिडर केला जातो, दॅट इज vulnerability, and it is used for the purpose to breach security, that means break the security and negatively erase, that means negatively erase or alter the particular information, or harm object, that means to do any of the harm for that particular data from the system. So that's reason that threats are used by the hackers, आणि हे threats हे hacker यूज करत असतात. ओके, आणि त्याच्यामध्ये हे one of the threats इथे दिलेले आहेत, and you are going to study that threats in detail in your next syllabus part. Okay, so just overview these points here. Then the next one is vulnerability. So in ethical hacking, you most of the time see this word, which is vulnerability. Ethical hacking मध्ये तुम्हाला vulnerability हा word तुम्हाला बऱ्याच वेळा तिथे दिसायला मिळेल. Okay, so vulnerability is a term that refers to a flaw in a system that can leave it open to attack. Vulnerability may also refer to any type of weakness in a computer system itself, in a set of procedures, or in anything that leaves information security exposed to a threat. Okay, so vulnerability is nothing but the weaknesses in a computer system, or weakness in a computer system, and that weakness is used by the particular hacker to take the information from that particular computer system, or hack any of the data from that computer system, and that's why it is called as a vulnerability. Okay, then vulnerabilities are information security and information assurance professionals seek to reduce, and computer users and network personnel can protect systems from vulnerabilities by keeping software security patches up to date. And there is a need to find the vulnerabilities from the particular system and solve that particular vulnerability problems from the system to save the data from the hackers. म्हणजे जे काही हॅकर्स असतात तर ते हॅकर्स या वल्नरॅबिलिटीसाठी सर्चिंग करत असतात. ओके, म्हणजे सपोज एखादी वेबसाईट असेल तर ते हॅकर्स त्या वेबसाईटवरती डे बाय डे ते काय करत असतात, ती वेबसाईट पर्टिक्युलरली चेक करत असतात की असा कोणता तरी त्यांना विकनेस फाइंड आउट होईल किंवा वल्नरॅबिलिटी फाइंड आउट होईल की ती वल्नरॅबिलिटी यूज करून ते त्या पर्टिक्युलर वेबसाईटमध्ये एंटर करू शकतात किंवा त्या कम्प्युटरमध्ये एखाद्या एंटर करू शकतात. आणि ते विकनेसेस जर त्यांना मिळाले किंवा हॅकर्सना मिळाले तर ते त्या कम्प्युटरचा मिसयूज करू शकतात, त्यामधील डेटा मिसयूज करू शकतात. So there is a need to find that vulnerability in a computer system or a website by the ethical hackers and solve that particular vulnerabilities. Okay. आता जे काही ऑर्गनायझेशन्स आहेत तर त्याच्यामध्ये इथिकल हॅकर्स हे वर्क करत असतात. इथिकल हॅकर्स कॅन फाइंड दॅट वल्नरॅबिलिटीज अँड सॉल्व दॅट पर्टिक्युलर वल्नरॅबिलिटीज. ओके, आणि हे सॉल्व्ह केल्यामुळे जे काही हॅकर्स असतील तर त्यांना कोणताही वीक पॉइंट मिळणार नाही टू हॅक दी पर्टिक्युलर डेटा. Okay, so the most common computer vulnerabilities are bugs. Then weak password. Weak password is the most common vulnerability in the computer system, which is weak password. Then software that is already infected with virus. Suppose you download any of the software over the internet and you install it in your computer system, and that software is already infected with virus, then your computer is going to hang. Okay, then another one is missing data encryption, SQL injection, buffer overflow, missing authorization, use of broken algorithm, download of codes without integrity checks, unrestricted uploads of dangerous file types. So these are some of common computer vulnerabilities. Next point is attack. An attack, you may know about the attack. What is attack? Okay. So an attack is an information security threat that involves an attempt to obtain, alter, remove, destroy, implant, or reveal information without authorized access or authorized permission. And it happens to both individuals and organizations. Then there are different kinds of attacks, and that attacks are used for the particular reason. Okay, that means the reasons are to obtain the particular information, or suppose changing the particular information or data, suppose deleting any of the information, then reveal any information. So that reasons are for doing the attacks. Okay, and that attacks are happens on the individual accounts or the organization's accounts, website, computer systems. So these different types of attacks are done. So there are main two types of attacks, which is first one passive attack and second one is active attack. So there is difference between passive attack and active attack are, first one, see passive attack. So passive attack is one that does not affect any system although information is obtained. And in active attack, it has to cause major damage to an individual's or organization's resource because it attempts to alter system resources or affect how they work. Okay, for example, viruses or malware, and in passive attack, wiretapping. So these are the examples under passive attack and active attack. So I'm explaining this. Just see first of all passive attack. So passive attack means what? Suppose any of the hacker can enter into the system, then that hacker only see the particular information from that computer system or just read the information from that particular system. That attacker cannot change any of the data from that particular system, or that attacker can do not change or do not delete any of the software application from the computer सिस्टीम. ओके, म्हणजे तो कम्प्युटरला काहीही डॅमेज करत नाही किंवा त्याच्यातला कोणताही डेटा लॉस करत नाही, तो फक्त सर्चिंग करत राहतो. ओके, दॅट कम्स अंडर पॅसिव्ह अटॅक. And in active attack, in active attack, when an hacker or the attacker can enter into the computer system, then that attacker can delete any of the data from the computer system, or change any of the data from the computer system or information. Then another one is that attacker can delete any of the software or any of the application or any of the important file from that computer system. That means that attacker gives the harm for that particular computer system, or can enter the viruses into that computer system. म्हणजे त्या कम्प्युटर मध्ये जर व्हायरस स्प्रेड केले तरी सुद्धा त्या कम्प्युटरला डॅमेज होण्याचे चान्सेस आहेत किंवा तो डॅमेज 100% होणार आहे. सो this comes under active attack. So the difference between passive and active attack is, in passive attack it does not affect to the particular system, and in active attack it affects to the particular system. So this is the two attacks, active attack and passive attack. Then the next point is attack surface. So the attack surface of a software environment is the sum of different points where an unauthorized user can try to enter data to or extract data from an environment. So keeping the attack surface as small as possible is a basic security measure. ओके, सो अटॅक सर्फेस याच्यामध्ये जर मिनिमाइज असेल तर त्याच्यामध्ये अटॅक होण्याचे चान्सेस सुद्धा मिनिमम असणार आहेत. ओके, सो अटॅक्स आर डन बाय दी अनऑथराइज्ड परमिशन्स और विदाउट दी authorized access. So there are 3 steps to understand the attack surface. These are, first one is visualize, second one is find indicators of exposures, and third one is find indicators of compromise. So first one is visualize. Visualize system of an enterprise is the first step by mapping out all the devices, paths and networks. So all the devices, paths and networks are visualized in this particular first step. Then in second step, find indicators of exposure. And this step, it is correspond to each indicator of a vulnerability being potential exposed to the visualized map in the last step. And in third step, the indicator is an indicator that an attack has already succeeded. So these 3 attack surfaces comes under attack surface point. Okay, so this next point, which is malware, we are continue in our next lecture. Before that, we continue malware and types of malware in next lecture, but we complete this point, which is security, functionality and easy of use triangle. Okay, so there is a relation between security, functionality and easy of use. Okay, so this triangle is like this. Suppose this is the security, functionality and easy of use. So when the security concepts are considered related to any of the computer system or any of the organization's system, so it is an implementation of security control. All 3 factors like security, functionality and easy of use have to be considered carefully, search for the balance trade-off for all the stakeholders. So there is a need to maintain the particular balance of security, functionality and easy of use triangle. Okay, so what are the relation between that 3 parts? Okay, so first of all, see security. Okay, when the security is increases, then the functionality of that particular system is increases and the easy of use which is decreases. म्हणजे जर आपण सिक्युरिटी वाढवली एखाद्या सिस्टीम मध्ये तर सिक्युरिटी वाढवली तर त्याची फंक्शनॅलिटी असणार आहे, तर ती फंक्शनॅलिटी ऑटोमॅटिकली काय होणार आहे, इन्क्रीज होणार आहे. पण जर त्याच्यामध्ये सिक्युरिटी वाढवली तर ते यूज करण्यासाठी काय होणार आहे, क्रिटिकल होणार आहे. म्हणजे सपोज एखादा युजर असेल आणि त्याला कम्प्युटर सिस्टीम काय आहे किंवा ती कशी यूज करायची हेच जर माहिती नसेल तर त्याला जर जेवढी आपण इझी टू यूज देऊ किंवा युजर फ्रेंडली देऊ तर तेवढं तो युजर इझिली तो काय करू शकणार आहे, यूज करू शकणार आहे. पण जर त्याच्यामध्ये सिक्युरिटी एकदम प्रोव्हाइड केलेली असेल तर त्याच्यामध्ये इझी ऑफ यूज काय होणार आहे, त्याच्यामध्ये क्रिटिकल होणार आहे एखाद्या पर्टिक्युलर युजरसाठी. सो व्हेन security increases, then functionality increases and ease of use decreases. Okay, and when security decreases, आणि जर आपण त्याच्यामध्ये security decrease केली, ओके, म्हणजे त्याच्यामध्ये आपण युजर नेम दिलेला नाहीये, कम्प्युटरला पासवर्ड दिलेला नाहीये, तर कोणीही येऊन तो कम्प्युटर काय करू शकतो, यूज करू शकतो. सो वेन security decreases, then the functionality of system is decreases and ease of use increases. ओके, म्हणजे इझी ऑफ यूज आहे, म्हणजे जर आपण कम्प्युटरमध्ये जर युजर नेम पासवर्ड दिलेला नसेल तर ते हँडल करायला कोणालाही सोपं आहे, म्हणजे डिरेक्टली तो एखादा युजर कम्प्युटरमध्ये काय होऊ शकतो, एंटर होऊ शकतो. म्हणजे इझी ऑफ यूज डिक्रीज होणार आहे, पण फंक्शनॅलिटी सुद्धा काय होणार आहे, इन्क्रीज होणार आहे. म्हणजे फंक्शनॅलिटी तुम्हाला जास्त मिळणार आहे, पण त्याच्यामध्ये त्याचं जे काही यूज आहे तर तो यूज सुद्धा ह्याच्यामध्ये कमी होणार आहे, किंवा सॉरी मॅक्झिमम होणार आहे, पण फंक्शनॅलिटी डिक्रीज होणार आहे. लक्षात आलं? सो when security increases, functionality increases, ease of use decreases, and when security decreases, ease of use increases and functionality decreases. Okay, so these three factors are depends upon one another. So this is called as a security, functionality and ease of use triangle. Okay, if there are any query in this lecture, then say me. Okay, thank you.